Alright, so the point of this video today is to teach you something that most of you most likely do not know or not aware of. And that is, time is not the most important factor when it comes to making gains and size in the gym. Time is definitely a factor. You can't just work out for 5-10 minutes. I figured out that the more time in the intervals between each set and rep, the less gains you're going to make. So, I have a couple friends, I know some people that have told me, like, oh, I worked out for 3 hours yesterday, best workout of my life. I work out 45 minutes daily. I do this, I do that, I do this and that amount of time. But, which is great, but you can't have like 5 to 10 minute intervals between each set and rep. And just, you're not going to get very far with that. Or at least not as fast as you can when you have high intensity training. Now, you can go on YouTube and research this stuff yourself, so you know that I'm not just putting stuff out there. High intensity training is what's going to get you furthest along on your goal to make gains. And I've proven this to myself many times. When I tend to work out for just long periods of time, I feel not even really that exhausted, maybe a little bit tired. But when I do high intensity training, I can feel like the good soreness. I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but it's like you sore, but it kind of feels good, and you feel like you want to do more reps until you get DOMS at a later date, delayed onset muscle soreness. But make sure to follow this tip. Don't just say you worked out for an hour and then really only did a few reps or sets and didn't do much exercise at all. You need to be focusing on the intensity or the time of intensity, where say you're doing a push-up and it takes you a minute to do the push-up. That's high intensity. Or you can do static isolation exercises where you try to push a tree down or something for about 6 to 14 seconds, I believe, was the recommended amount of time for the most benefits. Make sure not to just train out there for an hour and barely do anything, but to focus on the intensity.